Hi, I'm Mr.LimeSmiles. I'm here again with...
It's me, Julian, that boy.
And...
Sorry.
Yes. We're finishing up our spoiler-filled review of Black Widow. So then we're going to talk about why we each gave it our ratings. And then, yeah, that's it.
So I gave it a 7 because of that connection, you kind of feel
What connection? What do you mean?
To the story, because it's supposed to take place a little bit after Civil War, and so then you know her headspace, what she's how she's thinking right now, and because of that, I give it maybe a bit 2 more points because I kind of understand the character.
You give it a whole 2 more points because of the MCU
because I feel
connection?
I understand the character more, but if I just watch this movie standalone on its own, I'd be so
Wait,
confused.
then which MCU film is a 1 to you?
A 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen one that was
that.
that Ant-Man's an 8 or a 9. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but how is Black Widow a 7?
Because of its MCU connection, mainly.
Just because it's connected to the MCU doesn't make it better.
It's because, you see some of these, little tidbits that they've placed, throughout the MCU that some have formed in here that I seem to like a little
What?
bit.
Name one.
MCU movie has a 7?
What?
Wait, no. Name one connection from another MCU movie that's important to the story of this one.
Her talking about her trauma in the Red Room.
That
And
has nothing to
and
do...
the whole thing with, the little Easter eggs you can see around Budapest.
The red-
arrow marks in the wall.
The Red Room has
Which they
nothing
always
to...
say, oh, something happened in Budapest. What happened in Budapest? She killed a fucking man.
How does that elevate it, though? And also the Red Room stuff, the whole movie's about the Red Room.
Well, I'm just saying,
They find
the
the
scene
Red...
that it's hinted at earlier in the other films is just ooh, interesting. Cause I didn't
Yeah,
really
but
know
that
much
scene's
about the
not
Red
in...
Room.
That scene's not in this movie.
Well, because it's...
And
disguised,
this
'cause
movie-
you see her dancing as a ballerina, when in actuality, she's being trained to be a killer.
No, but they flash past it. They flash past it in a what's it, the jump cut scene, remember? Where they have the little kid versions all being trained and everything. They have it as an opening credits title.
No, I'm saying that the fact that it was referenced at all in the other MCU movies, and it wasn't just plopped down in this one.
I think that looking at this movie in isolation, having the Red Room only in this movie and having it not in the MCU makes it stronger than weaker. Because the whole story of this one's about the Red Room. So it's circular in that way. That you could have, at the beginning, these kids get taken to the Red Room. They get turned into super spies. They come back to destroy the Red Room after they figure out that the Red Room still exists and is mind controlling a bunch of people. That's basically Spy Kids 2.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that what happened in Spy Kids?
Yeah, that's what basically happened in Spy Kids 2.
I do not remember Spy Kids
Yeah,
2.
this is basically the plot of Spy Kids 2, except for teenagers instead of 2-year-olds.
Okay.
Well, that's what
Alright.
we're doing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get it.
And anyway, but I don't think that raises it up just because of the quality of and the mystique of the Red Room being built up over time. Because they talk about the Red Room here and they build up that mystique on its own, but I don't think it really... Because, you see the Red Room and then it's just kind of a room when you get to it, you know? They don't have, it loses its mystique when you actually see it.
True.
And it's the super spies in it are not as stylized as, I think a James Bond, you know? We're doing the arm crossing.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are arm crossed because you're mad at me.
No, we're not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just explaining. It's just he's saying arm cross.
Yeah, I'm just saying this because it's pretty.
Now you have to do it.
I'm not doing it.
It's peer pressure. I disagree. I think its biggest issue is the humor. The humor is just not meshing well with the spy drama they're trying to tell. And they could have a more tongue-in-cheek feel to it, but I don't feel like that's what Natasha's storyline was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a bit more of a stylized spy action drama than a comedy. And I don't think the comedy meshes very well. Except for the Red Guardian. His parts... his parts were pretty funny. But I do think he kind of meshes as well, too. Although they're trying to make it a superhero thing. I get it. And he's supposed to be the superhero. But he doesn't do anything in the film. He's not significant in any way. He doesn't even, like, lift a beam to save Black Widow or anything. No, he just runs to the thing. Like, he doesn't do anything except know where the mom is. That's all he does. I feel like this needed a lot more rewrites. It needed less guidance from probably the executives trying to make them all funny. And then, like, made it more of a spy thriller on a little bit more of James Bond in the golden years. Like goofy James Bond. Not serious James Bond, but like goofy James Bond. You know, it needed a little bit more of that blended with a more serious tone. I know it's a bit of a balancing act, but yeah. And then the Taskmaster character is just disappointing knowing the origins of the character. Not knowing the origins of the character, the enemy is still not built up very well. Taskmaster's not even in the film very much.
Not really.
He's not like Winter Soldier where...
Sorry, she.
Yeah, she's not like Winter Soldier where she's pinnacle to the story. You know? Like with Bucky, he is pinnacle to Captain America's arc in that movie. Well, in this one, she's just not. Like, she's a victim, but you don't figure that out till like halfway through. And like, it's one of the kills that she was sad about, but I think her being alive makes her being sad about it less impactful, you know? And then you pick up pretty early on, oh, there's this mysterious girl that just randomly dies. Like, oh, and that was part of my backstory. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's not gonna come up at all anymore.
No.
We're just gonna keep talking about her in this movie about the Red Room and mind control slaves. And then by the trailers and everything, it made it look like, because I was expecting Natasha's sister to be Taskmaster. And like they were going to have like a rivalry kind of thing, like I'm better than you kind of thing. Which I don't think is necessarily a better plot line, but it would have created more drama at least, you know? That's what I was thinking. But no, they didn't go that route. Instead, she's just a random girl that exists only in this movie. It should have opened with them blowing up the Red Room guys instead of them as kids, because you need to open from your character's most traumatic event if you're going to build up that kind of enemy, and they don't. They don't start from there. They start from when they're kids, so that you can feel the family bond that they build. But I feel like you could have opened with the explosions and then gone to her in the trailer, and then have a flashback to her sister and her as a kid. And then have, you know, I feel like that could have been fixed in editing, for sure. And it probably would have made the film a lot more, well, not 100% better, but at least a little bit better. Because you would have been able to follow it more strongly. And you can follow the reveal more clearly. And add more Taskmaster scenes, also. Because underutilized. Didn't even kill Red Guardian. I thought Taskmaster was going to kill Red Guardian. The way they were building it up, it's like, oh, well, Taskmaster's gonna kill Red Guardian. Nope, he gets away.
Gets locked in a room.
Taskmaster just gets locked in a room, and then Red Guardian gets away. Come on! So stupid. Boy.
Also, did Red Guardian have a shield, or was that just the Captain America doll painting that thing?
That's Captain America doll.
He takes Taskmaster's shield, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all Red Guardian is a repainted Captain America.
Yeah.
That's all even his suit looks like Captain America's suit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Star, same helmet, just
Yeah.
red.
It's even funnier that he's just like, I was on one mission for 3 years, and then I got put into prison. Like, he wasn't even out there.
He wasn't even superheroing for very long.
No.
Which is very sad. And that's another thing. Like, why didn't they just have him, like, be doing stuff in the meantime? Why does he gotta be locked away in the gulag? He's a superhero. For Christ's sake. They couldn't have used him when Hulk was going mad, when Iron Man was showing up everybody or something. The Russia could have been like, oh yes, we sent Red Guardian to snap Tony Stark's neck, yes. Kill him, yes. We don't need capitalist dogs, blah, 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 blah. You know? Something, anything. I don't know. I just feel like you could have just had him in the background and just have him fail a bunch of times, maybe. make a little bit of a joke out of that or something. Have him get his ass kicked by the actual Captain America, one little cameo or something. I don't know, anything. Just do something with these characters. So many missed opportunities, I think. What was your rating again? 6.5?
6.5 all the way around as a Marvel standalone movie and as a standalone movie and as a Marvel movie. Just because.
Well, you don't think the Marvel thing takes away or adds to it at all?
Not really. It's still kind of left with the same.
Well, I mean, like, no. Okay, how does you knowing that Black Widow is going to die in the next movie, so you have no fear of her dying during this film?
No.
It doesn't affect you at all?
No.
Doesn't make you feel like this story's pointless or something? Or does it make you... Nothing?
No, not really. I mean, her taking out the Red Room, well, at least one of the Red Rooms is... At least that's like a decently redeeming thing for her before she kicks the bucket in Infinity War, but it doesn't really add or take away from the movies.
I disagree, but yeah, it's whatever. Then what did you like about it that made it a 6?
It had some funny comedy. It's decent action. I like the way she broke her fucking nose to get past the pheromone blocker. I like the decent jokes between them and how Red Guardian always wanted to have a heartfelt moment, and every time he's like talking, oh, they got it. Fuck.
Yeah, I think Red Guardian definitely like elevates the film, but I don't think he elevates it enough though, because he's only in like half of it.
I don't know, just some of the comedy and some of the action scenes were pretty decent. Enough for me to give it a 6.5 at least.
I don't know. I disagree, but that's okay. We're all allowed to disagree. So yeah, final thoughts. I don't know, I was underimpressed. I feel like it would have been better as its own kind of standalone spy film than really connecting it to everything. Just take out Black Widow completely and just have it with the sister trying to like find the family, and I think it would have been fine. You know? Or have Black Widow like as a different character. It would have been fine. You didn't need to have this in the Marvel Universe. And it being in the Marvel Universe just sort of like, I think brings it down a little bit. But, I don't know. I was unimpressed. I gotta say, it wasn't crazy good for me. It was okay, but it was just sort of like an average action film. An average spy film, unfortunately.
I'd say it's okay. You know, like it's okay in some parts, it's good in some others.
You gave it a 7.
In line to the MCU, but in like a normal movie sense, it's a 5. It's okay.
But why is it too? Like, why is it our MCU? But our MCU films shit or something? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Why is it a 7 for MCU but a 5 for non-MCU?
Well, it's just that this movie wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. You know?
Yeah, it didn't live up to expectations. That's all I feel.
Yeah, it was alright.
But like, why? Just because it's an MCU, you add 2 points?
Because it feels like there's an added. This whole movie feels like I'm watching a side quest, but it's an interesting side quest. You know?
But do you rate the side quest better because it's in a good game?
Yeah. It's a fun side quest.
I don't know about that logic. But it's okay. Again, we're allowed to disagree. But, okay. And then, Johnny, final thoughts?
Yeah. It was an okay movie. Decent. Nice action. Funny comedy, which is the part that gets me the most.
Okay, well anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Sorry this went on for longer than I originally planned.
Yeah.
Well yeah, we're going to be doing Loki right after this too. So if you guys want to see that. It's our review of the entire series, not just episodes, but the whole series. Come check that out with us. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Peace!
Peace!